Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year. Happy 2020. Happy end of one decade and going to a new decade. Happy push the reset button. Happy perfect vision. However you want to see this, I just want to wish everybody a happy new year. I just want to say thank you for 2019, all the things that you blessed me with, all the support that you've given me, everything you've done for me. I just want to say thank you. I'm trying to make sure I see everybody's comments as they come on. But I wanted to do a couple of things before um, I get into what I'm talking about, give some people time to come on. Just want to say again, thank you for supporting No More Boyfriends. Thank you for go ahead and getting ready to purchase the book on Amazon for those who already purchased it. If you haven't, I have a couple people who still have not gotten their books yet. Please hit me up in my DM. I'll make sure you get those this week. I've tracked them a couple of times. I don't know where they are, and I'll just order them from Amazon and send them to you. So I do apologize for that. But I wanted to get on here and talk about this because we're going into a new year, right? And we're going into a new year of a whole bunch of doing new things, and we're doing it a different way. I know we do this every year. We have New Year's resolutions. We, vow to do things differently. We just want some different results, and so we think the new year is the best time to get these results, right? So, what not a better time to think about rethinking the way we actually do relationships for the ladies. I am a spokesperson. I'm a relationship advocate. I speak for the women for the most part, but I speak to the men and I speak to the women. But I have to always go back and check us. I have to always go back and check us. I really do. I don't mind checking us as women because I understand that some of the things that we do can be self-destructive, not even on purpose, just because we have conditioned ourselves to do things a particular way so often. And so when we get in that condition, we don't go back and reroute. We don't check ourselves. We don't get ourselves together. We don't look at the things that could be damaging us to where we're not getting the results that we want. So I have no problem with checking us. I have to check myself every day. When I do that, that allows me to relook at what's going on and be like, okay, I could have did this differently. This could be done differently. So I'm here today because being an independent woman, I want to tell her RIP. I am putting the independent woman in me to rest. And this is what I want you guys to know. Sometimes that independent woman and saying that we're independent causes us to separate ourselves or put up walls or put up boundaries that aren't necessarily needed, okay? Because when we say we're independent and we start talking about this, especially when it comes to relationships, we come in saying in those relationships, we got it. And we don't need your help because we've done this all along, all by ourselves. So when you come in, we don't necessarily need you. Okay. And when we do that, what we do is we set up a wall for the type of men that actually we want to attract. And let me explain. The men that you want in your life, the men that you want to be your husbands and your significant others, those men are not the men who need you to be super independent. These men that you want in your life who are good men, providers and coverers and people that you need in your life, they need you to be open to the idea of allowing them to do what you want them there to do. So putting up all these boundaries, talking about how independent you are and how you don't need them and you don't need a man and you can do this and you can do that. Those men who want to do those things are going to be turned off by that attitude, right? They're going to be thrown off. They understand coming in, probably knowing you, that you handle your business. Because when they meet you and they get to know you, they know that you're handling your children, your career, your life, your house, your home, your cars, and all that. They know what you're doing. If they've been pursuing you and they want to get to know you, trust me, they know what you're doing. They don't need a reminder of how strong you are. Okay, they understand that. That's probably one of the reasons why they're attracted to you. But when you start saying that's who you are, that's what I'm doing, I don't need you, I got this, I can handle this, you good, I can do with you or without you, you definitely take that type of man and you push him to the side because he's not attracted to that. A good man is attracted to a woman that we're not going to say needs, quote unquote, not the independent woman, but an interdependent woman. So what I need you to do is look that up. An interdependent woman is a woman that comes in and you guys depend on each other. You can't come in acting like you just don't need the man to come in and help you, because what you start doing is you start taking away his role. You want him to help you, but then you start taking away his role. You start taking away his place. You start letting him know, look, I know you want to come in and do this, but I don't necessarily need you to. Those men are going to be turned off by that type of thinking. And let me tell you what that does create. That opens the door for the type of men who are looking for somebody like you to handle things. He's looking, that's that 50-50 dude. That's that let's go Dutch dude. That's that when we get in a relationship, we're your half and my half dude. That's who you attract when you start talking about how independent you are, because what happens is you start opening the door for a man to be like, oh, you got yours? Okay, you open yourself up for that one. You start talking about, okay, I got this. I can handle this. And here comes that dude that's like, cool, I want you to handle this because I need you to come in and help me help you, help me help you. So that's when you start attracting that 50-50, let's go Dutch. Actually, even the dude who needs you to shoot your shot. Because men who are complete and got themselves together, they don't need you to shoot no shot at them. They don't need you to shoot no shot at them. They actually are coming for you. Now, when I say shoot your shot, that doesn't mean not put yourself and make yourself available, because people get that confused. But they don't need all that. They see you. They see you. Hey, tell me, ask me the question, where do you draw the line? Where do you draw the line as of what? Because I'm trying to understand what you're asking, because I just think that too many times that we are so strong that we do so much that we don't allow men to be men, right? Because we've taken on their position in our homes, in our lives, in our households, with our kids, and we don't know where to relax that line. How does an independent woman translate that they need them? Just by not telling them that they don't. What they do is say, hey, I'm handling all the things, and what I need you to be is someone to come in and be a helpmate to me. I need you to come in, not making my life harder. Because I am doing so much, I need you to come in and make sure I'm good. You don't necessarily have to come take care of all the whatever it is, but I need you to be here to make sure I'm good. What we got to stop doing is acting like we don't need them. Men who need to be, or let me go back. Real men need to feel needed. They were created to feel needed. They were created to work. They were created to provide. They were created to do all those things that we try to push them away from doing when we are so independent. So the line needs to be that you handling your business, but when you need to back, settle down, rest when you're talking about inviting a good man into your life. He wants to do these things for you. And if you keep making him feel like that he's not needed to do those things for you, he will go and let you do everything you want to do and go be with somebody who needs him to do those things, because that's something he needs to feel. A good man needs to feel like he can provide and he can protect and he can guide and all those things that we take away from them when we come in so independent. So what we have to do is come back and relax those things that we do at the door when we start dealing with a man who we need to do things for us. Two independent people together equal a force when we together. Oh, okay. Listen, Denard. When you're and maybe you missed the part. Two people that can handle their business, of course, two people need to come in whole, okay? A woman needs to come in whole, a man needs to come in whole. That is in the story. A woman needs to come in whole, a man needs to come in whole. We need to stop thinking that independent, because when you're independent, when you look it up, that means you're separating yourself from the other. That means you don't need that, anybody else to help you. When you're independent of something, that means you're doing it on your own. When we start talking about relationships, we need to start talking about being interdependent. And what that means is we depend on each other. We depend on each other. There is a way that we need to interact, and we need to stop thinking that it's I got mine, you got yours. Yes, you're supposed to have yours, and I'm supposed to have mine. But when we come together, we got ours, and we create an interdependent relationship. One is not independent from the other. We are together. So when you start coming in a relationship, talk about I got this and I got that. Trust me, he already knows what you got. If he's been pursuing you, he know how you run. He know how you go. He know how you hustle. Men don't just jump out the box. Intentional. Now we're talking about intentional relationships here. We ain't talking about just no casual side hustling, hitting it every now and then. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about intentional relationships here. So when you start dating for intentional purposes, which means coming together to create something together, then the way you date is different. You don't date saying what you don't need. You date, come in and talk about, okay, this is what I need. I handle my business. I have to take care of my kids. I do this. What I don't need is another headache, sir. What I don't need is somebody coming in that's not going to come in and help me make life easier. That's how you present that. But you can't come in being like, I got this. You talk to some real men. I talk to men all the time. And I've learned how to attract the most amazing men, I promise you. And then I have these conversations with them as well, and with some of my men counselor friends, and they talk about, when I put the post out there, where did all these shoot your shot 50-50 Dutch going out on date men come from? He said women have created that status by being so independent, because what happens is you take away the things that we want to do, the nature of who we are, and we have to suppress it. And so now we're just like, hey, if that's what you want to do, have at it. Have at it. I'm gonna tell you now, I take care of my business, but I ain't the independent lady, baby. I put that hoe to rest last year sometime. Like, I don't want to come out here and do it all on my own. I do it all on my own right now. Why would I want to get a man in my life and still have to do it all on my own? That is not the struggle I'm trying to pick. And that's not the struggle most women are trying to pick. Listen, ladies, when you you don't lose anything. You don't lose your strength. You don't lose anything by saying that the man in your life, you need him to come in and be a helpmate to you, because that's what you guys were created to be, a helpmate for each other. You don't lose any power. You don't become weak when you do that. You don't become less of a woman. You don't become less of a strong woman. You're actually stronger when you can allow a man to come in and do what he's supposed to do in your life. It takes being able to back down and allow somebody to be in your space to be like, yeah, that's what a strong woman looks like. Allowing that man to come in and be like, you know what? I'm here to make sure the things you need, I got. And guess what? You'd be like, you know what? I've been handling it, but I'm here to let you, boo, slide in here and do the things I need you to do, because that's what I need. When you're independent, all you do is take on more stress on yourself. And to have a man and do that makes absolutely no sense. So don't think that takes away who you are when you say, yeah, I'm through with that independent thing. That independent woman, we're putting her to sleep in 2020. When the countdown went down, she left. Ladies, I promise you, you would get so much of a more positive, powerful, purposeful result when you decide that Being super independent and handling your business is not the role you need to play, when you're trying to create an intentional relationship. There are roles that we play, and too many times we intermix those roles based on what our life is like at that time, because we've had to do so much, because we've had to handle it, and we haven't had anybody to come in. So when the man who wants to do it come in, we don't even know how to handle that. We're afraid. We don't want to let anybody in that space. We don't want people to think that we're weak because we've been doing it so long. And so when that man comes along, we don't even allow him the opportunity to show us what he can do. But yet we want him to do it. That's crazy. We want him to fight for the position that we want to give him, which makes absolutely no sense. Don't make him fight for a position that he already wants to be in, ma'am. Let it go. Let it go. It's okay. It's time for you to breathe. And all that woman that you got, it's time for her to be feminine. It's time for her to be beautiful. It's time for her to breathe a fresh air. It's time for her to exude life. It's time for her to allow that man to come in and do his thing and take his place accordingly in your life as the king in your life, and you're the queen with him. Take your position side by side, okay? Interdependence is what you want in a relationship. Independence creates side. Interdependence creates team and relationships. Help us. What are the roles, women and men? Okay, so if I try to say that there are specific roles, I'm going to get in trouble. Okay, so what I say when there are roles, I just mean that there are roles, because for me, I would say I'm old fashioned. I'm modernly old fashioned. Okay, I think men come in and provide and do certain things or whatever. I do think that, but when I say roles, there are roles to operate a household. Whatever those roles are that you decide, okay. I don't want to be here and say that you do this, men do that, but as we know, men by nature, let's talk about some of the things by nature who we are. Men by nature are providers. Men by nature are protectors. Men by nature are workers. Men by nature need to fulfill a certain role in their home. Men by nature need certain things. Men by nature need to be lifted up by nature. There are things that need to happen for men by nature. For women, women by nature, we are nurturers. Women by nature, we are protectors too. Women by nature, we are creators. We are, we are, we love, I'm talking about, we cover, there's things that we do by nature. That's just who we are. And so we need to let those roles play out of who we are. Now, what they look like specifically, that's really for you and your significant other to decide. I'm not going to tell you exactly what that is. Everybody knows what they need, but there are things of who you are by nature that you need. And a man who is a man by nature needs to be able to feel like when he comes in his home or takes on the role with a certain, with his significant other, that he is there to be what he's supposed to be, to protect, provide, and cover. When a man doesn't feel like that he wants to do that by nature, there's a certain that's a different type of dude. That's a different type of dude. And I wouldn't want to be with a man who's looking for somebody to come in and help him and be half and half. Now, I ain't talking about being a help meet, but I'm talking about being half and half, because when I say that, there's never a position that a man will be able to take on that you can truly be half and half. You know what I'm talking about? That's because women have to do too much in the home and the household, and there's just a lot of stuff we do. I could get into that. That's a whole nother subject. But whatever that looks like is what I'm saying, is how it needs to be worked out. What I'm saying to you as a woman, though, as a woman, I'm saying whatever those needs are that you need, please don't make that man feel like that he has no place and that you have no desire to have him come in and be those things. Yes, it's in my book. Yes, this is in my book. I promise you, No More Boyfriends. Listen, let me tell you about the book, No More Boyfriends. This is a dating guide to having the relationship you want. You do not understand how my own book has helped me develop the relationships and the type of men that I have always wanted. I don't have to beg, I don't have to plead. These are men who have desire to come in my life and want to do things for me. And I don't mean just buy stuff. I mean want to make sure that I'm good, that want to cover me, that who want to have these conversations with me. It is a great book. So go get No More Boyfriends. It's on Amazon, and I'll post the link here after this. It's on Amazon. That book is amazing. And I have a sequel for men because so many men keep saying listen, I had this conversation too today, y'all. It was a man that was talking, and he said he's tired too. Like he can't find a good woman. And to me, this is so simple, y'all. I think we make this dating thing harder than it should be. I know I have. So the thing about the dating situation to get the best dating results is to date what you're looking for. How many times and how easy is that formula? Date what you're looking for. If you come up on somebody that does not exude what you want, move on. I call it the rule of 21. You may have to go through 21, especially in the metro, and that doesn't mean sleep with them, but move on. You may have to go through 21 people to get to that other person, but don't be afraid. Don't spend time in the wrong place too long, because that's how you get caught up. You're too busy trying to adjust and tweak and hope and pray and take glasses off and peek under them, hoping they ain't rose colored. You see it, but you keep staying there. You have to move on when you recognize that that person is not what you're looking for. And too many times is that we stay in a place too long trying to adjust somebody that just can't be what we want. It's just not that hard. So my goal also is my matchmaking business will start at the end of the month. I'm going to match people who are looking for each other, because there's too many good men and too many good women who obviously aren't being exposed to each other. So whatever I can do to create that, because what I do understand is good relationship create good families create good communities create a good world for us as a whole. And it starts with the way that we see each other and how we connect with each other in a relationship. That's where it starts from. The two of us together create the children, right? That create the communities, that create the government and start running things. We're doing that. We're the creators. So if we don't see each other in the right light and we don't connect right in the beginning, all we're going to do is keep procreating BS. So get with somebody who sees it the way it needs to be seen, or the way you see it. You gotta be, one of the biggest things that I say in a relationship is compatibility. And I can't tell you what your compatibility looks like. Nobody's compatibility is right or wrong. All I can tell you is what's good for you, right? And the first thing about that compatibility is love language. And I'm all off subject about, we don't let the independent woman come back, but all of that is in my book. And if you get the book, I promise you your dating life will absolutely change. I promise you that. I swear by it. I almost want to be like it's a money back guarantee, but because you got to do the work, I can't necessarily say that, because I can say that the things in the book work, but if you're not willing to do the work, what's the point, right? So again, death. Please, ladies, put the independent lady to rest. Put the independent woman to rest. Bury her ass tonight. Tell her you will see her later. Sayonara, baby. You're looking to create an interdependent relationship. You don't want anybody. You don't want to step into anything independently. That means you're working by yourself. And no man wants to come into a relationship while you telling them that you got this and you working by yourself. Because guess what you're going to wind up doing? Still working by yourself when you got a man. And that is crazy to me. Okay? That's the dumbest ever. Why do that? Why do that to yourself? So if you want that good man, take the independent lady. You can have her at work. You can have her on with your kids. You can have her in your house, wherever you need her. But don't bring her ass to the date. Don't bring her ass to the relationship, because she's not going to get a partner, okay? She's going to send your ass back home still independent. Okay, so if that ain't what you're looking for 2020, I advise you to set her ass on the porch, okay? Okay, there's nothing wrong with being strong. And I promise you, being strong is knowing when to relax that independent situation. All right. So let's get these relationships, ladies and gentlemen, that we deserve. Let's get these partnerships that we deserve. Let's become interdependent with each other, and let's do what we need to do so we can create these relationships that create the communities that create the life that we need. Because bad relationships are the worst, honey. They are like, when I posted something, it's like going through PTSD. Like, it's terrible what a damaging relationship can leave you looking like. So we don't want that. If anybody's ever had a great relationship, you can imagine all the things you were able to create when you had an amazing person in your space. So even though we could do this, do this thing by ourselves, it's just unnecessary. God didn't create that from the beginning. He didn't create that. He created us to work together. Okay? He created us to work together. He did not create Eve and say, okay, you go over there, Eve, and do your shit. Adam, you do your shit, because she independent, okay? I don't know. No, that is not what he created. He created us to work together. We are helpmates to each other. So don't be so independent that you don't allow yourself to have that mate that you need to come into your space, okay? Her ass dies tonight. She died last night. So she was still up. If she's still in you this morning, her ass better not wake up with you tomorrow, okay? All right, you guys. Thank you so much. Happy New Year. Go ahead and get the book, No More Boyfriends. It is on Amazon. I'm going to post the link. And I have an event that's coming up. I'll post it hopefully by the end of the week. I think it's going to be so dope. And in February, we're going to have Date and Skate. So if you want to meet somebody, we're going to do that too. I have an event for Settle Free. Y'all, I have so much going on. I'm excited to give you everything you need. And I'm going to be matchmaking you, connecting you with somebody that you want, if you want me to. I promise you, I know how to do it. I swear I do. So let's get it 2020. I'm excited about creating these relationships and helping women get the relationships that they desire and deserve. I love you guys. Get the book. I'll see you, I don't know, one day this week, but let's get ready to get it. Independent woman, her ass died about 24 hours ago, at least at midnight, I hope. All right. Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. I'll see you next time. Do me a favor. Share this. Please share it. Speak on it. Tell me what you think, but go ahead and share it. That would help me a lot. It really would. So go ahead and share this for me. I love you guys. No more boyfriends for 2020. No more girlfriends either, because I know the men are talking about we tired of y'all ass too. Okay. All right. See you next time. Happy New Year, guys.